every Thursday on WBAS 90.7 and Friday on the CISD 1881 YouTube.
What's that you was watching?
Trailer. That's the trailer for Growing the Green, man. We just started a new season. We recorded this past Tuesday. This our third season, but our second official season.
Yeah, and that's the one. That's the one I'm looking at too at CISC 1881.
Yeah, that's
that
it.
one
That's
on YouTube.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, man. But hey, man, I wanted to catch that natural energy, man. Let's get the show started. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Here to give you knowledge that you didn't know. Put you on some game, now you got a buzz. You are now listening to Cannabruhz.
Hey, yes, sir. We back, man. So look, this segment right here, I'm so proud of this segment right here. This whole series, you are tuned back into the Cannabruhz Podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Jarrell. Salute to my dog, Corey, out there. And we back again with, man, we gotta get you some Make Mentality merch, bro. We are back with our brother, our fellow Cannabruhz, Antoine Mordican, man. Y'all go ahead and drop some comments, drop some fire emojis, and make some noise, bro.
What's going on, that family? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Man, it's a pleasure. Man, all right, y'all cut it out. We trying to get back into it with our brother, man. How's everything been on your end, man? We got a lot of stuff to get into.
Man, I can say everything's been well. Everything is in motion. I've been blessed, extremely favored, man, and happy to be on this legendary journey I'm on called life.
Yes, sir. That's it. Man, it's almost like when we having this conversation, we picking up as the third conversation on our podcast with you. You've blessed our audience with some gems like crazy. We got into NFTs one time. Then we was just talking about, building cultivation, building cannabis businesses from scratch. We got into that. And now it's dope because we always tell people that you grow with us on this podcast. We got a very transparent way of doing things. Even now they can go to our Patreon and see behind the scenes footage of how we film and stuff and all kind of stuff like that. So it's dope to see the progression. You know what I'm saying? I always, like they say, it's not about perfection, but it's about progression. And it's dope because we've been able to see you progress on your journey right here on the Cannabruhz Podcast, man. We owe you a favor. That's why I say, man, we owe you a lot, man. We take care of you on the financial service side, man, but the Cannabruhz themselves owe you a lot. So we'll be sending out some Make Mentality or something like that for you, bro.
That's a bet.
Yeah, man. So, man, let's get into it, man. We know you, of course, on this platform is not only a fellow Cannabruhz, but also as the CEO of Native Black Cultivation, Native Black Farms. Man, we've gone through a lot of stuff, director of M4MM. We went down that part of the Alabama chapter. Man, tell them what else you getting into and what we're going to be kind of diving into today.
Man, we got a lot going on. So I also serve, I done some work with Tuskegee University, the Carver Integrated Sustainable Center.
Let's go.
Just kind of helping them out with their cannabis initiative, man. We got a radio segment, man. I can't even say it's a radio segment because it's on YouTube.
Growing the Green.
Growing the Green, man.
Yeah.
Growing the Green, man. Well, we have weekly conversations just about cannabis in itself, giving folks local updates. I'm here in the great state of Alabama, and there's a lot going on out here as we're providing the masses with, national information. And most importantly, man, just having a conversation about cannabis in the state of Alabama so folks can be more prepared,
Word.
What is to come, the industry that is here. And then, to let folks know what the law, what the rules is, or even what cannabis is, the anatomy of descheduling to rescheduling,
Yeah.
It's a lot that we cover on, even down to hemp, man, feeding material, food, shelter, and fuel, it can be used for a lot. So we touch on all of that.
What else?
All of that.
Oh, yeah, man. But you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because before we really get into everything that's going on with y'all, and, y'all hear about it, throughout this episode. But, you mentioned a hot topic that's going on right now, man, that decriminalization and or legalization situation that's going on. We seeing movement. A lot of people are, you see the news out there. Everything is going on about rescheduling and trying to get it down to a Schedule 3 and be considered similar to like Tylenol or codeine and things like that. Man, tell us where you stand and how you feel about the whole decriminalization and legalization process. Talk to us about that.
I say this: decriminalization and legalization is two different things.
Man, tell them.
So on that decriminalization, yeah, we definitely got to get that done.
Yeah.
No matter what, we can't continue to lock folks up for cannabis in no form or no fashion. Down to a citation, a warning, or something like that, or a ticket. Yeah. Nobody needs to be in jail for cannabis.
Nah.
But now when it comes down to rescheduling versus descheduling, I was on the side of, I'm still on the side of descheduling, but I've been able to have some conversation, at a really high level. I'll actually like to give Eric Foster, he's the National Policy Director for Minorities for Medical Marijuana.
Yeah, salute.
When it comes down to a lot of this stuff, man. I done learned so much stuff about the legislative process from this man in the matter of like 2 years, and I learned in my entire 30 years of living.
Yeah. So a real wealth of knowledge. He dropping real gems.
Yeah. He give you real paths and ways to be able to get stuff done.
Nice.
Talking like you can't do this. You need like, well, nah, you're gonna do this. You got to email. You got to connect with so and so. You got to hit.
Oh man, he got the roadmap. Yeah.
Like he be talking that stuff. So we had that conversation, and descheduling will be great, but we can't necessarily deschedule now because it actually has medical benefits.
Right.
Which has been proven in this document. So rescheduling would be one of the better options. Anywhere from Schedule 1. It's great.
Anything other than Schedule 1. This is not LSD. Right. Yeah.
But as a Schedule 2, I wish it can really go down to like a Schedule 5.
Yeah.
That allows for everyday people to be able to get access to it. And I think that's down like with the over-the-counter Tylenols and things like that. Because it ain't like it don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, we know.
And then if different forms of concentration, then you can get into all that, categorizing those. But cannabis in itself, the cannabis sativa plant, no, it does not belong there. Because then we get into the other aspects of it, of the industrial use of it. We can use it for so much, from textile to fiber, animal feed, building material, insulation.
Bro, that's the craziest thing. That's the craziest thing to me. I'm like, how is this placed up there with cocaine and LSD? Like, when have you ever been able to build a house out of cocaine? Now, look, you might believe you could build a house when you own cocaine, but you ain't building.
Right. It ain't gonna be no structure.
Hey, come on, man. So that's the thing about it. I'm talking, bro. I got dog shampoo. We got dog treats. I'm trying to think of all the different uses we find in my house. We find 1 million uses for cannabis in my house. So I'm just like, well, how could they be the same, bro? Like, you scheduling this and it doesn't make any sense. And I mean, it never made sense to us, to be honest with you, for us to actually like understand like the healing capabilities of the plant, actually understand how it can galvanize people from different sides of the tracks and, from up north and down south and east and west and all that, bring us all together. We did it. We went around, we went on a tour in 2022 with the media, on the media side. And we going to Minnesota. I ain't never been to Minnesota. Only thing I knew from Minnesota was KG used to ball back there and Prince. You know what I'm saying? And we go to Minnesota, and it was love in the Uber from the airport to the hotel, bro. So I mean, it's been love everywhere. That's what the plant really does, and they got the nerve.
It unites the people.
Man, talk about it, bro. Because they really. They got the nerve to say it's the same as LSD and cocaine, man. Is beyond me. And so there is an issue because, of course, we having this conversation in the smack dab middle of Black History Month. One more time, that's remember that this is the Black History Month series, the Black Avengers series, and that's why we sitting down with you, bro. Talk about the discrepancies, bro, like the racial discrepancies that you were able to notice from your seemingly equal counterparts, when it came to what you've been through as of late. Because if they don't know, we can really get into that, man. So talk about it.
Man, we can really get into that. But before we even get into the historic moment of this opportunity,
right.
We really got to step back into me just being a young Black man in the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
Which a lot of folks may not know or recognize. I'm an electrical engineer by nature. Hey, that's what it is that I do. And just, the hurdles in corporate America that I dealt with even, to be able to get, what I felt like I would deserve, ultimately, end up leaving one of my companies that I was with for over a decade just because they didn't want to develop me. They didn't want to give me opportunities. I'm interviewing for positions internally. I'm getting denied. They got me feeling like I'm a bad engineer, yo.
Yeah.
And I know that wasn't true. So that's what that also me inspired, the transition, even get into the cannabis space, or really just going head on with it and going as hard as I was going. I knew what was going to come of it. We just kind of had some mild haters in between that.
It happens.
So now we get to actually going for medical cannabis in the state of Alabama. So, I'll just kind of walk through the journey with you.
Yeah.
So I joined Minorities for Medical Marijuana in 2019. In 2020, I got appointed as the Alabama State Director for M4MM. In 2021, I got the opportunity to speak in front of the Alabama Health Committee to be able to support the law and program that we have now. In 2022, I actually applied and submitted an application to the governor's office, Governor Kay Ivey. I love you. I still respect Kay Ivey in the seat, but I guess she felt like I wasn't worthy. She felt like I didn't qualify to be able to serve on the commission, which by all means, I appreciate that. You probably looked out for me.
Yeah.
That being said, I still was heavily involved in the process. I was at every commission meeting, receiving information firsthand, learning about what it is that the commission doing, learning about the rules and regulations, knowing when the rules and regulations was being submitted. Like, it was 30 days that the public can be able to comment on the rules and regulations. Like, I know the rules and regulations like the back of my hand, bro.
Right.
It was either like I was going to help write the rules and regulations, or I was going to be one of the first initial players when this game kick off. I not have to be an owner. So when I enter those rooms, once I decide to stand up as an owner, just the cannabis industry in general, it's kind of predatory on Black folks, just to be frank.
Talk about it.
So when folks started to recognize, folks was catching wind of the opportunity, and folks started to pay more attention to the market here in Alabama, folks trying to recruit me, they want me on their team. Come on. And most importantly, be able to meet the requirements to be able to get into the state of Alabama, because the state of Alabama application was strict.
Yeah, very.
And we gonna even get more into that, because their strictness even attacked me.
Yeah, I want to, but if you could hold that one too, can we get into it just a little bit so people could really understand? Because I don't think, like, you got to, around the country, everything is different. We always say, like, there's no actual federal program, so all you have is these segmented. They say there's no real cannabis industry. Corey says that all the time. It's no real cannabis industry. It's just a bunch of cannabis industries, and so people outside of Alabama don't really understand what people in your position had to really go through. I did want to talk about that part a little bit right now.
I'm a unique individual here in the state of Alabama. I compiled my application myself with the help of some good friends. So anything about my applications, I was able to answer. So once we kind of got through all that process, getting the applications graded, getting evaluation, making changes and all that stuff. June 12th of 2023 was the first time the Alabama Cannabis Commission initially awarded their license. Your boy was not awarded a license. First time I was denied. That's one shot. But within like the week, they recognized some inconsistencies on how they evaluated, and tabulated the score. So they pulled the license back, and then they ended up rolling it out again for a second time. And your boy wasn't awarded a license again. This was August 10th now.
What did he say?
So now I'm frustrated. I'm peaked. I'm like, yo, why I'm not being, given a license? And the rumor was before, even before the initial round of the license being awarded, they was pretty much saying, did no Black company, no minority company qualify for a cultivation license?
Come on. Made that make sense.
That's like the oldest play in the Alabama book.
Come on.
I'm like, come on, y'all. Y'all can't do me like this, man. But I want to give a big shout out to the actual people of Alabama, because they the ones.
Let's go.
Help me see it through and be able to get to this point. At the top, you get certain folks that's in positions of power, but that's when they unconscious biases kick in, and they see a gentleman like myself, like, oh, he don't know what he's doing, he don't need to be X, Y, Z, whatever they felt. That kept getting me denied. So August 10th, I learned that I had a residency deficiency issue. So look, my team is 100% Alabama owned and operated.
Okay.
The legislation states that 51% majority or more of the ownership of the company has to be Alabama residents for at least 15 consecutive years.
Yep.
So myself having the majority stake and only have 14 years of consecutive residency. But my other co-owners had the remaining year, let's say. So as a collective, we showed over 30 years of consecutive residency. And I got dinged on a technicality.
Crazy.
So
crazy.
And the funny thing about that, they never really told me that was my problem. I told them what the problem was, and I brought them a solution. They never
Whoa.
never told me what my problem was.
Wait. They never actually said the reason you didn't pass through or, you weren't awarded this was because of the residency issue. You had to find out?
Yeah, I had to find out, and I ended up communicating that to them. And this is after the second round. They actually did end up sending me a letter of deficiency, pretty much stating that. But this was after the fact. I done already told them that. I'm like, I'm talking with my team, talking with my counsel and everything, and you can look at that part of the legislation two different ways. And it depends on which side you want to lay on. I'm like, well, I went that way.
Yeah.
It got to be this way.
Right.
And I just got, people that's looking out for me. They like, man, we don't know. So I'm like, well, shit, this is what it gotta be. So they ultimately did end up telling me, but I had to tell them first. Like, I think this might be the problem. Can y'all like, man, I'm emailing after I was not awarded a license. Like, their communication was poor to the applicants to really let them know why they was denied.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I'm just like, what's the deal? So like, I still got stuff I got going on. I still got stuff I got to do. Even in the midst of that, I just had like a house fire stuff. Like, man, life is chaotic. 2023 was a crazy year. And then they just not communicating. Of course, lawsuits and everything getting piled up. So we end up getting an opportunity to rectify that pass or fail deficiency. They put a special procedure in place to allow applicants to be able to rectify their pass or fail deficiencies and gave each applicant the opportunity to be able to make a public presentation in front of the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission.
Wow. Because that wasn't really in place, And
it was.
It was always in place for you to be able to do the presentation in front of.
Yes, and that's the moment I've been waiting for.
Right. I know it.
I knew. I'm like, man, they asked for me to get up here and talk in front of these people because this is something I'm passionate about. This is something that I do. I am the owner. I ain't responding to nobody. I already been out here doing the work. I've been in this process in this program since before these folks was even appointed to their seat.
Come on, you better tell them.
So it's like I'm here to work with you. I ain't here to work against you.
Right.
Program. So in the legislation, they did have an opportunity to be able to schedule public hearings, but the commission had the option. It wasn't mandatory. They had an option to be able to make that happen if they felt like it was necessary.
Okay.
And they felt like it wasn't necessary. And actually, in one of the commission meetings, one of the commissioners even brought that up. Like, we need to interview these companies and these owners so we can know who it is that we, giving these licenses to. Yeah. And then at the same time, they didn't feel 100% confident in the scores that they was getting from the University of South Alabama. There was the evaluators of the applications. They didn't feel confident, voting for applicants not really, able to do, they due diligence on everything because they got ultimate power. Regardless of what the application says or the evaluation scores come back as, the commission can ultimately say, "No, I'm gonna vote for so and so." Right. But they got to be supported, why they did that. So that ended up not happening. But then later on in the process, after the whole debacle, the initial mess up twice, so November 27th of 2023, that's when I was able to present in front of Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission. Okay. And I was the very first presentation that commission saw out of the entire program.
Bro, real talk. Now, you just sitting here with me right now. How nervous were you at that moment?
I was ready, bro.
Man, you weren't nervous. Palms dry.
We're going to have to put the link to the presentation because it's on YouTube right now.
Bet. Let's link it. We're going to link it, man. Y'all check the description right now. Check the description.
Yeah, it's on YouTube right now, man. I had to give a 20-minute presentation in front of the commission on my pass or fail deficiency and pretty much why I should be awarded a license and, why they should give me the license.
Man.
So,
Man felt like he had to have a law degree at that point.
Like, I might as well.
I feel like legal counsel.
I might as well, but man, we did great, man. I had a lot of support out there in that room. Like, man, that was really that week. That was a Monday. I had to get that presentation. That entire week was historic in itself, but man, to really have that opportunity. And at this point, it's a public presentation. Anybody around the world can watch this. Mm-hmm. And Alabama already got a lot of eyes on them now at this point because they done already butchered, the awards of the license.
And everybody's aware. Like, we were paying attention. I saw it multiple ways. We saw it through you, and then we realized, LeafWire was talking about this, and then MJ Biz Daily was talking about it. You get what I'm saying? So everything that Marijuana Moment, everybody was talking about it.
The industry knew, and the industry knew of me,
for real.
And I've been kind of doing it for the longest. So, when you start getting like, all right, why they ain't giving Torn his license, Because anybody that thought about cannabis in the state of Alabama, if you of the industry and of the cloth and the culture, you know of me, especially if you're thinking about Alabama. If you don't, you know, if you ask somebody else, you'll be like, man, you may need to connect with Antoine Mordican because that's the guy.
They know.
So, man, when I got up there, man, I talked my piece, man. I had a lot of supporters come up, man. Like that room, like with me being the very first presentation, folks was like, man, you know, you sure you want to go first? You sure you don't want to go last? I'm like, no. I got to set the bar. I'm setting the tone when we walk in here. I felt bad for everybody that had to go after me.
Boy, man was making history. He said, man, get out the way, man. Your kid gonna read about this one day.
Man, for real.
Yeah.
Man, everybody was in there. So I gave that 20-minute presentation just by myself, you know, addressing everything, you know, I'm answering questions, anything they had, man, I was ready. You know, I was excited. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was excited, but I was nervous.
A good anxiousness, like that good anxious feeling. Yeah.
I'll give you that. I was nervous, but you gotta really think about the environment. Look at the climate I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in the Alabama state capitol, state house. You feel me? Giving a presentation on why I should be given a license for medical cannabis in the state of Alabama.
One generation up couldn't do it. One generation up couldn't even have the opportunity to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? We're not that far removed, bro. We talk about this all the time. Like, I don't know why everybody just live in these fantasy lands, like, while you still physically live here. It's crazy. We ain't that far removed.
Yeah, we ain't. And I knew that was going to be a historic moment. So, you know, that presentation, man, you know, I'm a man of faith. You know, we prayed before. You know, I had a lot of supporters come out of that entire room.
Give them his just due.
About 30, 40 folks, you know, show up to be able to support me.
Yeah.
50% of the room was there with me.
Yeah.
Man, that even spoke volume and power in itself too, man. When I was finishing my presentation, you know, folks dapped me up. They're like, man, you did good. You know, I appreciate it. You know, even the folks that went right after me, you know, they shook my hand. They were like, man, you did great. And then half of the room left with me. Half of the room got up and left with me.
Where you take them, Moses?
Hey, man, we went outside, celebrated, took a couple pictures, you know, gave love, you know, thank everybody for coming out, because people travel from far and wide. You know, I had folks from all over Alabama come and show up. I had some folks come in from Georgia that showed up, you know, and then it wasn't just like, you know, black folks. Like my network is very diverse. I got, you know, old white men, I got young white men, I got old white ladies, I got young white ladies, I got young black men, old black men, you know, everybody showing up for the cause because they understand and they support me. And that's the biggest thing about it. When folks think about cannabis in Alabama, I've been the one on the news, I've been the one in the communities. Like, I can walk certain streets of Alabama that other CEOs in this space and industry here in Alabama can't go. They can't walk through. They can't enter certain rooms, you know. Yeah. And being of that cloth, man, you know, folks support authenticity. Let me just say that.
Man, hold up. I need you to repeat that one more time.
Man, folks support authenticity.
Every time.
It always wins.
It always wins, bro. It sucks, though, man. We talk about it. And we go back and forth with, you know, me and Corey and stuff like that all the time on, man, doing the right thing and being solid and all this kind of stuff like that. Because when you could easily just turn this way and do what you know is not, it ain't holy, it ain't part of the plan, you know, it ain't organic, it ain't genuine, it ain't authentic. And so, like, it sucks that life is kind of set up in that way. I say all the time, bro, because it's just like, man, if I ain't stayed true to the cause, I could have easily I would have been up here, up in this way. I would have been up every way.
That's dip, yo. I ain't have to deal with these struggles.
Man, come on, man. And a lot of people have taken it, too. So you seeing people actually get what look like apparent wins by making that decision, red pill, blue pill. You chose the blue pill, and you decided, I'm gonna stay solid. I'm gonna do the right thing. But, you know, God was blessing now. God was like, you know, on his time.
I got my license, like, you know, and I'll even share this, you know, for a lot of people, you know, you never know a certain situation, how you react until you in that situation.
So fact.
So, you know, myself as an engineer, you know, I do pretty good, you know, as I'm comfortable living as an engineer. Electrical engineer, it's always a need for me. But when I was standing up my business, I already got people coming to me that wanted me to be a part of their process. They want me to be a part of their application, give me a fraction percentage equity, give me like a $300,000, you know, salary, made up executive position, you know, looking real sweet. And I ain't got to do no work. I just got to, you know, be a part of what they got going on and, you know, allow for them to utilize my likeness for Alabama.
It's a smart play. It's a smart play if you into that kind of thing. It's a smart play.
Man, it's all about what your purpose for, what you doing it for. And that's why I ask people all the time when they get into cannabis, man, you know, I'm just trying to, what you doing it for? Like, what's your real why?
Yeah.
If you out here doing it for the money, man, you might as well just go out here and sell your soul, because that's all you're going to do.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to do. So I had another situation when I'm trying to raise money. You know, capital is still very hard to get into in the cannabis industry.
Man.
Myself in the emerging market with me even having my license. You know, I'm still, I wouldn't say I'm not entire. I've been self-funded all the way up until the point that I got my license. I ain't take $1 from nobody. But when I got my license, you know, my initial investor, he ended up backing out because it was contingent on actually being awarded my license. But the cannabis industry changed, you know.
Right.
Changed. So you can't come through. All right, cool, man. It's straight. So I ended up having to continue to self-fund it, but I got some small investors come on at least to kind of keep me going. So, you know, when I was actually going through the process to actually get my license, man, y'all don't know, man. You never know. Some folks be like, man, somebody offered me $1 million, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Somebody offered me $2 million, I'm gone. Somebody offered me $3 million, man, you can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
Man, I turned down a $5 million offer 3 times.
You turned down a $5 million offer. Not once. Not first time, because let's be real. First time, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm staying on what I'm standing on, I'm good. Second time, you're like, bro, I'm good. Third time, like, you got to keep it a buck with me, Twan. Third time, you probably look over at wifey, you like, oh, hold on.
What I can do with this?
Hey, come on, hear me out now, right? Like, man, that's a lot of pressure. But you stayed solid, bro. That's a lot of pressure. What was going through your mind, real talk, as it went from 1 to 2 to 3 times being offered $5 million to basically chill?
I got a vision, you know, I got a true reason and purpose for what it is that I'm doing, you know.
Yeah.
I got a vision that I envision for the cannabis industry in Alabama to be. And the only way I can do that is as a true owner, you know, and I can't give up, you know, majority of my company to somebody else that don't really see my vision. They want to go in a different direction. They want voting power. They want all these rights to everything. And I'm like, nah, you know, I'm trying to do this. Like I'm like everybody starts up a business to eventually sell it.
Yeah.
But that ain't, it's until you achieve your goal. Well, you know, and the things that I got to get done, man, it ain't done yet.
Yeah.
You know, just alone, you know, just cannabis education in the state of Alabama. I can do that as an owner, you know, workforce development here in the state of Alabama.
Come on.
I can do that. Scholarships, you know, my goal is to create an HBCU pipeline to the cannabis industry, because you don't necessarily need to touch the plant to get in the industry.
Facts.
You know, man, the industry requires every level of profession.
Listen, well, I haven't touched any, professionally have not touched any cannabis while helping the industry, bro, through accounting and taxes and bookkeeping, bro. It's so many different ways you can get in, bro. You just echoing what we've been saying, bro. Facts.
But some folks don't, you know, they don't see that. You know, some folks are just trying to grow cannabis so they can be able to get some money, get a return, you know. And that's why I had to let my investors know too, like what I'm doing, you know, you got to believe in the vision. And some folks, man, oh, man.
No, I get it, because everybody trying to make their money play, the best money play. They say, okay, cannabis is booming right now. This brother, he the wave, okay? So what I'm going to do is take this bread that I really was thinking about throwing towards something that ain't have no hope at all. I know his stuff going to move. I'm just going to throw it in there as a quick cash play. And but I know it. They not really in when you say, no, I can't tell you, 5 years later, this going to be sold? I can't tell you.
Yep. I need somebody that want to go to war with me, man. You got to be about
till the mission is complete. Yeah.
That's why certain folks like, man, I got a lot of deals on the table. You know, folks are trying to invest. You know, even for that kind of chunk and that kind of money, I got to know you. I got to meet you. I got to know who I'm partnering up with. Just because you got money, don't mean I want to be acquainted with you. That don't mean I want to be your friend. That don't mean we can be cool. You know? Man,
Twan, look, bro. We got to really have that real conversation side tab about what is it that you feel is buried deep, and I would say down to you. This is a spirit conversation, because the average person, the flesh is too weak on, like I said, the first offer, and they'll take money from whoever because they've had it rough, or because we all got excuses, bro. And this Black History Month, so I'm talking to my young Black brothers and sisters out there that's like, man, I came up rough. I had it rough. Listen, bro, we all got the story.
I did too.
We all got the story. It's some version of and I ain't saying, black stories are unique in themselves, But let's be real. We all got an excuse for why we could do wrong. So what is it that you believe is just buried deep in you that allows you to stand 10 toes down, to stand solid? And where does that come from?
It's easy, bro. The Lord.
Man. That's
Lord,
it.
He brought me all the way here even to get to this point. And as a young black man from the west side of Chicago, growing up in poverty, to make it out of the west side of Chicago, to be able to get to college at Alabama A&M, get an electrical engineering degree, he done ushered and kept me protected through a lot of journeys, a lot of fights, a lot of battles, just even get to this point. And now that I'm at this level, even at the level that I'm talking at a political level, like I recognize how political this game is. I'm in a room that's predominantly, that's white folks in it. Yep. So, he prepared me, he protected me from a lot of stuff, so every move I make, I know he got me. Even, me and my wife was having this conversation last week, man, just, I was stressing, man, I had the $5 million on the table and I needed money.
Bro, and that's the thing, but that's how God tests though. If you had already had it, it may not have even came, right? But because you needed it, and it's always that same day, the same day that you get a call about, we need this much more money from you, it's gonna cost this much, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get the same on that same day, I promise you, every time. That's just the duality, the balance of life is like that. On that same day, you're gonna get a call with the possible solution. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then God, and then we all just sit back and watch. What is he gonna do? That's a spiritual battle, brother.
What you gonna do? Are you gonna cut yourself short, for the game so you can be able to fulfill your dreams and your goals as you say you want to do? Or you gonna continue to take the tough route, and still ride on the Lord that he gonna always provide. He gonna always make a way for you.
Come on.
And that's why I tell folks, it's like you decide, that's why I can't make a deal with everybody. I gotta make sure I ain't making a deal with the devil. Because I know he out here. He been attacking me a lot. You feel me? I had a whole house fire. I had a whole house fire last year.
Yeah.
We had to move out, displace my family and everything. And that's on top of being denied a license twice. And then even having a failed raid attempt at my farm, talking about I got an illegal medical cannabis operation going on. And still have faith and push through all of that while still dealing with the finances of everything. Come on, dog. I can't do this alone. It got to be a higher power.
Man, and I'm glad you said that too, because if you have like real faith in God, then you understand you can't even have that faith if you don't believe that evil exists. Like if you think that it's all really good out here, and that's a real struggle that many like Christians or people that give their life over to Christ. The one of the biggest issues is you think as soon as you cross over, when you hit the spiritual switch, if you will, you think everything gonna be good. That in them endorphins that hit you in that moment while you standing inside the church and the elders' hands on your shoulders and all that stuff is happening, bro. You think, man, I'm gonna walk out of here and life gonna be different, bro. The sun gonna shine differently. It's gonna peek through the clouds and everything gonna be good, bro. Like my whole attitude, no, your attitude is still your attitude. These are things that your flesh has to overcome. Your addictions, your habits, and you got to realize you still living in this flesh. So you got to understand, yes, that's kingdom coming down to earth and earth come back to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much work that's already placed here in this current environment that you have to overcome. You don't have your wings yet. You're not able to just soar like that yet. And that's just part of the challenge. That's what God is trying to do. It's the process. If it's not hard, man, it's like the same thing everybody's saying. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And it's not. That spiritual journey is a battle of its own. The financial journey attached to our dreams, like being offered money, needing capital, trying to manage your finances and all that. Those journeys, man, they all exist simultaneously, and that's tough, man. So, man, the fact that you went through everything, man, and of course, we knew about a lot of this different stuff. The audience, of course, did not know about these things happening. You may have just seen, like, if you just go through LeafWire, you just seen, hey, this black brother in Alabama, he got this license and he was denied before and now he got it. I think that's what the headlines look like,
Mm-hmm.
But for us that was watching it close, bro, It couldn't have been anything but God, bro. Because we were watching. I'm like, oh, fire. Like, I'm sitting there watching. I said, man, this. I said, I looked at my wife, real talk, bro, and I was like, man, devil trying to get this brother, man. Mm-hmm. Like, straight up, I looked right at my wife, and I was like, yeah, they trying to take Twan down, man. That's, oh yeah. So
the fire. My whole family, man, that situation was crazy. Like, everybody was in there except my wife, man. I had to get my 3 kids and dogs out and just stand outside watching my joint burn. Man, and I had, you told me, I think via text that, everybody was good, everybody was okay. So that was the biggest blessing in it all. That's the blessing. I got the most important pieces to my life right here. Yeah. All this stuff, man, we can build over, Lord. Hey, what he say when he tear it down? He gonna give it back to you 3 times. 3 times as big, yeah. Go do your thing, Lord. Go do your thing. I ain't even about to stress about it. We gonna go over to this hotel. We gonna kick it for a little bit. Yeah, but we're gonna provide, and that's what he did, man. The community showed up, supported. Other families helped me, help my family, in the midst of the time. And then just with everything going on in the state, the media still supported me. I'm still at the commission meetings. The other grassroots organizations in the cannabis industry out here, they with me, they support me. A lot of folks, and that's man. It's funny that you say that. I was talking with one of my buddies, and they like, man, bro, I saw that your house was on fire, but he like, man, just how you moving, it's like the fire never happened. I'm like, I can't dwell on that. I can't spend time on that. Man, life still got to go. And my mission, what I'm trying to execute is it's in arm's reach. Yeah. Yeah. It's in arm's reach. I can't get distracted. I can't let the devil knock me off my square. And that's why I felt like the raid attempt was. Yeah. Probably, man, look, I'm happy I wasn't growing hemp last year. Let me say that. Mm-hmm. I actually had my traditional farm growing. We was in there growing tomatoes, okra. Oh, come on. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought it was simply, hey, man, everything legal. Here's all the paperwork. You weren't even growing. They wouldn't know the difference. If they would have walked in and I would have had hemp plants growing, and my hemp plants looked like, you would have been fighting from behind bars. Yeah. I would have had to put all my resources in there fighting for my freedom. Yeah. That would have distracted me from going for my license. Now I can't even no longer play in that game because now the money, like I said, I've been self-funded. The money, our license fee was $40,000. That $40,000 that I had just sitting there waiting for me to finally get my license, I would have had to reallocate it. Now I got to exhaust my resources that I had prepared for this to be able to fight for my freedom. And I'm happy the Lord protected me in that moment. Amen. He kept that away from me because, man, that would have completely derailed me. And that's why I was telling him, I'm like, man, I ain't really tripping about it because it was really a failed distraction attempt. Mm-hmm. Didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work, man. The Lord protected me. He protected me in all the situations. So it's like going through that early, in the midst of all the chaos. It's like, man, and then to be finally get on the other side of that, like, man, who else? I as a man, as an individual, as a human being, I know I can't do that. Even down to actually getting awarded my license, because even I can talk all I want to talk. You feel me? But the Holy Spirit got to touch them folks. Yeah. These people hard that they were like, what, Antoine's a good guy. Let's go ahead and give him the license. And I did end up getting the license. I had one person vote against me. But ultimately, the whole entire commission gave me their vote. And, that spoke volume to, how they supported me. They've been seeing me along this journey. Mm-hmm. When the commission even shared some extra words for me about, how they respect, me just as an individual, and thought I would be a solid representation for the state of Alabama. So people already knew, I just, my enemy was just a little different. Yeah. No, man. But it is what it is, man. And that also had to be a sign for you, too, that as everything started to get, towards the end of that journey, the licensing journey, for everything to start seemingly, going crazy and at a more frequent rate, a man of faith already knows what that is. Oh, we close. You know what I mean? Like, oh, all right, man of faith, but we must be really close. Hey, that breakthrough is coming, yo. Yeah. Keep punching, man. You're going to finally get through that wall. Yeah, and you're going to feel it every time. I mean, I personally went through stuff at the end of last year that was just like, man, I can tell something's about to happen. I was like, this is all the calm before the storm, or the storm before the calm. Man, I was just like, wait a minute, this happened on Monday. This happened. You like, man, no, man. I'm 33 at this point, man, and I'm like, I lived enough life to know the patterns
I don't understand everything, and we still learn and read the word and stuff like that to learn more about what it is that God is learning God's personality even more, right? And it's like we can never be completely predictable to us. It's never going to happen. But it is one of the dopest lessons that you can learn in this lifetime is to try to experience and actually learn it. Like you will research your favorite sports hero or, the person that's at the top of your field, to be able to like try to figure out what is God's kind of purpose and reasoning behind why he does certain things. What's his personality? So you can dictate the patterns, how they're going to impact your life. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's the dopest thing about that your story, bro, is because you were able to hold on to something that's bigger than yourself. And, and that's just, of course, this is our opinions based on the faith that we have, but everybody connects with that thing that's at their center, bro, that truly gives them balance when everything is shaky at the surface. So, man, shout out to you, bro.
It's necessary, yo. It's necessary.
Man, I appreciate you sharing that with the Cannabruhz audience and the Cannaverse and stuff like that, man. You really are inspiration, bro. They gonna see it when they see it, and when they hear it, they gonna be thankful for it. So, man, y'all make sure that y'all drop some fire emojis, you know what I'm saying? Drop a tree or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Drop some nature, in fact. Forget the fire emoji. Drop some nature just so, we can know that you rock with Native Black Farms and Native Black Cultivation and Antoine Mordican, man. Y'all do that for us one time. And before we continue, man, don't y'all forget, if you got up to this point already, to follow Twan, man. He on LinkedIn, Antoine-Mordican, on LinkedIn. So you can find him there. You can find him on Instagram. He's the homie at King Twan 84. So, Y'all know Antoine, man. If you don't know him, get to know him, man. The story is beautiful. He's a dope brother, like just a dope dude to chill and chop it up with. And he's always a wealth of knowledge, and he's a transparent brother, too, that's like, hey, man, I can open my mouth and tell you what I need, right, and where my deficiencies are, and that's real, because that's what's going to actually allow us to grow, So I appreciate you, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. It's a unique time, man. We celebrate Black History Month.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to one of my homies. I'm like, man, I feel bad because I didn't do a good preparation for Black History Month. I normally do a whole little rollout of stuff, have posts and everything in place. And I'm like, man, I ain't really, I felt bad because I'm like, I'm slacking, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, I just made, but we are Black History. Even though they try to give us a month, I'm like, it's Black History all year.
All year.
All year, we about to run it because we actively doing it. We ain't talking about, I love that we reflect on our past and our ancestors, what it is that they're doing. That month of inspiration should inspire you to make it through the other 11 months.
Bro, that matter of fact, that's why like this whole Black History Month, we are focusing on the future so much. Like we get this Black History Month, and I'm glad we got y'all's attention because that's kind of what the country has made of it. The country has made Black History Month to really be more like a celebration of Blackness, and that part is beautiful. The celebration of Blackness versus just the history, because we still doing amazing stuff out here, man. Like this Black History, like right now.
First of a lot of stuff. It's crazy.
No, we know that is the craziest thing when you start saying that's the first Black man with I'm like, first in 2024, bro. But hey, man, if you got to be the person that turns the tide yourself,
somebody got to do it.
Let them use you, man. Let them use you. What else you got going on, Twan, man? You always, at the head of the table on some stuff, man.
Man, so, since being awarded my license, and folks just kind of taking recognition throughout the time of my work ethic and just my leadership and the things I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
I already served as the Alabama State Director for Minorities for Medical Marijuana, but I recently been appointed to the Minority Cannabis Business Association. So we doing a lot of great things, man. I'm really excited about this year. Like the board of directors that we got this year, it's like, just to simply reflect on a lot of stuff. It's like the A team. It's like, we got tools, you feel me? We got Steph Curry, like for real, like we got a phenomenal set of people where it's so powerful. It's a lot of stuff that we can do, and we all affiliated in different ways. And then we got actual operators and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Minorities, man, that's the family there. We've been doing what we've been doing, and it's out there. It's out there at that point. But man, we got this webinar, this ceremony coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna where we're going to be talking about, Black entrepreneurs, just they overcome the struggles, to get into the emerging, evolving cannabis industry, in the United States. And the CEO of Minorities for Medical Marijuana, Roz McCarthy, she'll actually be hosting it.
Oh,
I'm a baby that I actually got a license now,
that's cool.
And just you already see what we just shared, all the struggles and the challenges. I'm gonna be dropping some real good bits and tools, because man, I strategically prepared for this opportunity. I have to put a lot of stuff in place. Like before the license was even issued, I didn't even tell you, they end up throwing the scores out for the applications.
Man, we heard about it, but talk about it. That did happen though.
Yeah, when I actually presented November 27 of 2023, they had actually took a vote that morning before I presented to go ahead and throw the scores out.
What did he say?
They threw the scores out for every applicant that submitted for medical cannabis.
Come on, man.
So now with the University of South Alabama scores being obsolete, how you going to separate yourself from everybody else now?
Right.
How you going to speak to your value, and that's when, man, shout out to the people of Alabama again.
Hey, man.
Showed up in the public comments when that opportunity gave the public a 30-day window that they can be able to comment to either support or oppose certain applicants. Man, they showed up.
They stood up.
I got the most comments of support out of any other applicant.
Come on, man. It was undeniable. What was meant for you isn't impossible. It never seems impossible. It's always easy, right to it. When it's meant for you, it's different.
It's mine.
Yes, sir.
I got my cake now.
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't want no crumb. I
Yeah.
wanted my own cake, and now I can divide this cake up how I see fit.
Man,
I can get my opportunities. Now I can give folks certain contracts. You feel me?
Man.
Like I said, you ain't gotta touch the plant to get in this. You can be my electrician. You can be my builder. You can be my excavator. You can be my security guy. You can be my internet guy. You can be my IT, my trimmer. You can be my lawnscaping.
Yeah. Let's do it together, though. Yeah.
It's important that stimulation does not miss our community. As an owner, I can make sure I prioritize making sure that Black folks at least get an opportunity to be able to get in and something. Now, at that point, you get the opportunity. Your work is your work.
Right. You got to prove yourself at that point.
Yeah, you got to prove it, man. It's like Eminem said, man. You only get one shot.
You do.
I miss your chance to blow. You feel me? I've been setting up the opportunity, as well. I still want to continue to look good. So I want to connect with the individual that does, good work.
Yeah.
And you got an opportunity to be able to do it for me. Now you certified in the cannabis space.
There you go.
You got your introduction.
Yo, Twan, where can somebody that's trying to, get down with the team, where can they reach you at, just for the people that's listening and watching?
Man, the best way to be able to get me, man, you can visit my website, nativeblackcultivation.com. Join the mailing list. You can send me information on there. I respond directly to you via email, or somebody from my team will.
Word.
And when the opportunities come about, y'all will be the first one to get the notice and the newsletters of the opportunities that come. Like right now, we're on the road to become operational. Once we actually got awarded our license December 29th, the commission gave us 60 days. 60 days to become operational.
Clock is on.
March 1st is my 60 days.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work to be done in the midst of that. Then, we starting off small with everything, but we're going to scale with the market. So as we scale and grow, we're going to need more members of our team to be able to help everything happen. So, man, when the opportunities come about, man, I'm going to share it.
Yeah, drop the email one more time for them.
Man, www.nativeblackcultivation.com or info@nativeblackcultivation.com.
Yep, and they can subscribe there, right, to the email.
Yep. You can subscribe there, or fan base.
Oh, yeah.
Fan base is my platform, and I got to speak about fan base. I'm actually a proud investor of fan base.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, y'all can follow me over there at King Twan 84 as well.
Yeah, King Twan 84. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I'm slowly removing myself from these other platforms. I know who I am. I know what it is that I did. I understand the quality of myself and the content that I choose to be able to produce. And folks that want to, support me, you can support me over there, as well as being able to financially support over there as well too. And then ultimately, I own the platform, a piece of the platform.
Yes, sir. Come on. Why not do it? And fan base, we also are on fan base. We got to make sure that we remain as active as possible with everything new that we got going on. But yeah, fan base is a really good, really good platform, bro. Like, I know people want to go, oh, it ain't Facebook. Yeah. Until you make it.
Until time, man.
Until
time, man. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. Shoot, my cannabis company wasn't built in a day, man. My farm wasn't built in a day.
Come on, man. But we there now, baby. We there now, man. So yeah, y'all definitely head on over to fan base. Support King Twan 84. Of course, you already know, find the Cannabruhz on there too, man. No, but we got to remember that we do really have our hands on the key in a lot of different ways. Just it's up to us to actually want to turn it. Stop being so comfortable, man, and actually look to be the change, man. You got a lot of stuff you can complain about, and some of that's warranted. But until you do something about it, your word ain't even really valid. Your complaint's not even valid until we see you made some kind of effort to try to be better for your causes.
All about action. Don't come talking to me about
that action, boss.
Talking to me about it. I'm going to listen the first time, but next time I see you, I'm going to ask you about it. And you say the same thing as last time, bro. Don't even talk to me about it no more.
Yeah, come on now.
That's why I have a certain conversation with people about what I aspire to do, because that's a sense of accountability for myself.
Yeah.
I'm folks like, man, you shouldn't tell folks what it is you're doing. I'm like, no, because when I come back, I'm going to be on to the next play. You feel me? They like, oh, somebody going to run your play or do it. I'm like, they can't do what I can do, but I can still give them some inspiration or some insight.
Man, and it worked.
So I'm like, I'm on to the next place. Hopefully you able to receive some more gems the next time I see you.
Because I'm going to drop them.
I'm going to drop them. It's up to you if you want to pick them up. But best believe it's accountability for me.
Word.
That I continue with the forward motion. Ain't nothing been stagnant. A lot of folks are kind of think about the cannabis industry in Alabama with the lawsuits and litigation that the industry is not moving forward. No. It's moving forward. Like I said, March 1st is my date. Yeah. I'm able once March 1st and I get my final inspection, I'm able to grow.
Oh, let's go. Hey, we got to come out there, bro. We got to, we shooting the Cannabruhz Experience right now. We still shooting season 1. So we got episodes 3 and 4 that we're shooting within the next month. But we got to make it out there to the native black cultivation, native black farms, bro. Like, that would be a hell of an episode. I'm thinking of this right now in my head. Bro, can we bring some cameras and the camera crew and come down there?
Hey, man. Hey, let's discuss it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you something to see.
Okay.
Give you something to see.
Yo, we definitely have to chop that up offline, man. So y'all be on the lookout, man. We talking about some real big stuff right here live on air, bro. So, man, yeah, we got to come out there and do a Cannabruhz Experience episode. Yeah, man. So y'all be on the lookout, man.
What they got out there? Cannon crib, we're gonna call it the Bruhz crib.
Yeah. When that man, they gonna listen, man. When we building with the Cannabruhz Experience, they gonna know it. You know what I mean? There's nobody out there that looks like us, that's doing it for us, that is moving from the level of expertise that we have in an adjacent ancillary side. That we're doing with the business and with the industry. Man, we're trying to cover stories differently with the Cannabruhz Experience, Twan. We want to give you like a real appreciation for it. That's why we put gloves on and boots on, and we get busy. Like we did the fishing episode, bro. We got boots and was really out there fishing for alligator guards. We did.
Yeah, I saw that. Y'all boys was dirty.
Hey, trust me, the information, we were novice at best.
You know it,
man. But we was over.
I love to do something like that myself, man. I saw,
yeah, we had fun with our dog CeeLo. Shout out to CeeLo, man. Then we took it to the Irving area of Dallas, and we did cannabis cuisine cooking with executive chef Collins, man. That was. So then what did we do? Put gloves on, put aprons and a chef hat, and then we got busy, bro, right in time for the holidays and stuff like that. We cooked up some grits and salmon, filet mignon, bro. She was blessing us, bro. First of all, the meal was out of this world. And on top of that, we got to say, hey man, we did that. You know what I mean? And it was infused cooking with cannabis, man. It was a hell of a treat. So we always try to give them something new. We got a couple of them lined up, but we got to get native black cultivation and native black farms on the Cannabruhz Experience. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it, man. We going to make it happen.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. It'll be great, man, just for them to get a different type of appreciation. I know a lot of people are covering you right now, and, everybody want to write up the stories and stuff like that. But I think when it's done for us, by us, you know, in FUBU, you know what I mean? That it has a little bit of a different type of flavor to it that people understand is real authenticity, that is really love. So yeah, man, we gonna do that, man. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, man. But man, what else, man, before we get out of here, bro? I know you got some different events that's coming up. You know, we talk about, you know, the 22nd. Remind them of that event real quick, and then anything else that you got going on.
Yeah, the 22nd with Cannabis Labs, we'll be doing, I'll be a part of a seminar called Overcoming Challenges. It's strategies for Black entrepreneurs in evolving cannabis industry. Where we'll be just having a conversation, man, on the struggles that we especially struggles that I went through and kind of how we went about overcoming it, which is going to be a lot of gems, especially for those that's cannabis entrepreneurs, because, when Roz brought me in, you know, when she took me under her wing, she was like, all right, what exactly is it that you want to do? And that's what a lot of folks don't be knowing, you know, the industry so broad. They like, oh, well, I want to get in and do X, Y, Z. Yeah. Okay, all right. And now how you want to go about doing that? And then, then what kind of impact do you want to leave? That's when you really got to start asking yourself these deep questions. Like, dang, is this something I really want to do? Word. I'll put the house on this, I put the bank on this, you feel me? To kind of get a lot of this stuff done. So when you finally know exactly what it is you want to do, then you can execute the proper steps to be able to get you where you want to go. But it's just like any other vision, man. Once you make it to one side, once you get kind of closer to your vision, now your scope widens. Now you're seeing a new part of your image or your picture that you didn't see, 1,000 feet away. Right. Now you 100 feet up on the picture. Now you can see, man, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. Then, you just kind of evolve and grow from there while you still stick true to whatever it is that you was trying to do. Yeah. So that's the exciting thing about it, man.
Oh, man. That's going to be awesome, bro. How can they sign up, or if they're in the area, where exactly is it going to be?
It's online. It's going to be a virtual seminar. You can go to Cannabis Lab. It's on Eventbrite. The link will be right here.
Yeah, we're going to drop the link. You got it.
Yeah, the link right here, man. You can check us out, man. It's gonna be a one-of-a-kind conversation, and it's not a conversation that's talked about often, especially with first trying to get rid of DEI and social equity, in my opinion, which is a myth. We really had social equity. It's no other than true ownership. Yeah. Now to have that conversation several times fold over. So it's like, give us the opportunity to be able to do what it is that we set to do. But however, you got to be positioned to do so. This game is not easy.
And they not no freebies. They not giving you nothing.
Man, being an entrepreneur and a CEO and an owner, it ain't meant for everybody. Yeah. And it just take folks to be able to get a little taste of it. Like, nah, I'm going to go and work over here, or I'm cool with just, kind of supporting, playing a follower role, or just being a role player, and you can kind of get in your lane that way.
And that's valuable too. I mean, just like you kind of mentioned.
Up to the point, and you can do your own thing, because that's why I aspire for everybody that come work with me. It's cool. Come work under my umbrella. I pray that you stay, I pray that you be happy and fulfilled while working for me. But best believe when it's time for you as a butterfly to get out your cocoon and spread your wings, by all means. I'm going to sign off on that, because you are a product of me as you continue to float out in this industry, and you're going to be highly sought out because they're going to see what we're going to be doing over here.
Come on. Authentic. That's authentic. That's real. Man, that's love, Twan, man. Anytime, bro, that you need anything from the Cannabruhz, even I speak on the Harvest AF financial consultant side too. Anything that you need from us, man, just pick up the phone, man. You already know what it is. A quick text message. It's Cannabruhz for life, man. So we really appreciate you. We're going to have that conversation, man, because y'all better stay tuned, bro. We're going to have one of the dopest Cannabruhz experience episodes. One that right now, I know this season, when it happens this season, it'll be on weedandwhiskey.tv. So if you got a Roku app, go download the app, get you a free account, and get on over to the Cannabruhz page, man, because we dropping fire on there monthly. And other than that, you'll see it on IG. You can follow us at the Cannabruhz on TikTok, IG, Facebook, whatever, the local newspaper, your mama house, whatever, at the Cannabruhz, BRUHZ. And you can follow Twan on
LinkedIn, King Twan 84. on Instagram, Antoine Mordican on LinkedIn, Fanbase King Twine 84, or you can just subscribe to my mailing list to be able to message me directly at nativeblackcultivation.com, man. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to get up here and speak to you all. I'm hoping I drop some more gems along the way as you aspire to do whatever it is that you need, or anybody that just need a little bit of encouragement or motivation on this Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
Don't never put any limits on yourself, man. The possibility of you as an individual is limitless. It's all about how you believe in yourself about getting it done.
Yes, sir. Yo, Twan, my brother. Happy Black History Month, bro.
Happy Black History Month, mama.
Yes, sir.
To give you knowledge that you didn't know. Put you on some game, now you got a buzz. You are now listening to Cannabruhz.